Good evening. Welcome to LCM TV main news at 18 hours. I'm Stella Mbewe. Thank you for joining us, and here are the top stories making headlines. HH eligibility case set for hearing. Unzasua rehabilitation project progresses. Zambia advances disaster risk cooperation. And in international news, woman appointed to senior church role. And in sports, Lesotho women national team jet in. Stay with us for full details after this short break.
Lishima Classic Media, we can brand your brand. From backdrops to roll-up banners, vinyl and PVC banners, gazebo tents, t-shirt printing, flag banners, business cards. Get branded with Lishima Classic Media today, because here at Lishima Classic Media, we're doing it the right way.
To capture your environment from above in 4K? Well, look no further. At LCM TV, we've got you covered with our professional drone and pilot that will enable you to shoot from unique perspectives. We deliver breathtaking shots with different recording modes such as photos, videos, panorama, time-lapse, and many more. For more info, contact the numbers on your screen. Get the best area shots with LCM TV. Are you looking for the best aerial cinematography to capture your environment from above in 4K? Well, look no further. At LCM TV, we've got you covered with our professional drone and pilot that will enable you to shoot from unique perspectives. We deliver breathtaking shots with different recording modes such as photos, videos, panorama, time-lapse, and many more. For more info, contact the numbers on your screen. Get the best area shots with LCM TV.
The full bench of the Constitutional Court is set to hear a petition challenging President Hakainde Hichilema's candidature in the 2026 general election on June 19, 2026. The petitioner is United Party for National Development, UPND founding member Charles Longwe. The hearing date has been set following a scheduling conference held in chambers today, attended by lawyers representing President Hichilema and advocates for Mr. Longwe. Speaking to journalists in Lusaka after the scheduling conference, State Counsel Mulambe Haimbe, who is representing President Hichilema, confirmed that the Constitutional Court had scheduled the matter for hearing on June 19, 2026. Another lawyer representing President Hichilema, Michael Mono, said the court is expected to announce the date for its judgment after the hearing. Meanwhile, Mr. Longwe's lawyer, Benjamin Mwelwa, confirmed that the scheduling conference was held in the Constitutional Court chambers before Constitutional Court Judge Martin Musaluke. Mr. Longwe is challenging President Hichilema's candidature in the 2026 general election, arguing that the UPND did not hold a valid convention before his nomination on May 22, 2026. Secretary to the Cabinet, Patrick Kangwa, has expressed satisfaction with the progress made on the rehabilitation of the sewer system at the University of Zambia Unza Great East Road campus in Lusaka. Mr. Kangwa commended the Zambia National Service ZNS for the works undertaken so far, describing the project as a significant step towards improving sanitation and the learning environment at the institution. He noted that the rehabilitation of the sewer infrastructure will help address standing challenges that have affected students, staff, and surrounding communities while contributing to improved public health standards. Mr. Kangwa reaffirmed government's commitment to upgrading critical infrastructure in public institutions and urged ZNS to maintain the momentum to ensure the project is completed on schedule. More in the following report, credit of Zanis.
Rehabilitation works on the sewer network at the University of Zambia main campus in Lusaka are progressing well. Secretary to the Cabinet, Patrick Kangwa, accompanied by Zambia National Service Commander Maliti Solochi and other senior government officials, inspected the works.
Zambia National Service was contracted on 24th of April to conduct the sanitation and the sewer system. As you have seen, sir, we had quite a huge task ahead of us, but now we are actually descending.
Mr. Kangwa is impressed with the progress so far.
The work we have done, as I was briefed, as the primary line, the secondary line, and then the works within the student hostels. For the primary line, which we've done close to 720 out of the 764 meters, tells you the extent to which we have worked, and well done, Commander and the rest of the team. And here we've gone through the hostels, we've seen the works being done there. Toilets are ready in some buildings, we've got a few to go. The sewerage lines have been laid, new ones, and we've got a bit of work to go. I must also thank the team that along the way of doing the sewerage system, we came across other things which needed to be done. Water lines, electricity lines, and other works. Again, to the team, thank you.
He has commended ZNS for delivering quality, cost-effective works, noting that the funds saved will be channeled to other complementary works.
Special appreciation of Zambia Ministry of Defense and Zambia National Service for the savings, some of them huge savings, where we're supposed to spend 12, we spend 8 million, and we get more than what we were supposed to get. We'd like to make an appeal to all ministries. Let's learn from this.
The Secretary to the Cabinet has further assured that proper maintenance systems will be put in place to prevent future sanitation crises, while urging students and management to safeguard the facilities once completed. And UNZASU President Mwanto Kabaso thanked government for its swift intervention.
We would like to testify to the country that great progress has been made, and we as students, I think going forward, we're essential stakeholders to see to it that we keep the environment clean so that we don't come back to where we are. And going forward, I think Secretary to the Cabinet, we are proud to say we'll be the only university with a modern sewer line.
Runia Sakala, Zanis News, Lusaka.
Former Zambia Security Intelligence Service Director General Xavier Chungu has been charged and arrested for multiple offenses. Zambia Police Service Public Relations Officer Godfrey Chilabi says Mr. Chungu has been arrested and charged with 7 counts of communication of certain information contrary to the Section 4.1 of the State Security Act. Mr. Chilabi says Mr. Chungu has also been charged with 3 counts of seditious practices contrary to Section 57 of the Penal Code and 1 count of prohibition of publication or disclosure of information to an unauthorized person. He says the alleged offenses occurred on May 24, 2026, between 16 hours and 18 hours in New Kasama, Lusaka, where Mr. Chungu is alleged to have disclosed confidential information obtained through his official duties. Mr. Chilabi told ZNBC News that during the same period and at the same location, Mr. Chungu allegedly disclosed protective measures relating to a vital installation. He said Mr. Chungu remains in police custody and is awaiting a court appearance. Meanwhile, police have received 10 reports of suspected forgery involving certificates submitted to the Examination Council of Zambia, ECZ, by aspiring candidates seeking verification of academic credentials. Mr. Chilabi said the reports comprise 6 cases in Lusaka, 1 in Kitwe, 1 in Mansa, and 2 in Chipata. He said investigations are underway in Lusaka, Kitwe, Mansa, and 1 of the cases in Chipata. Mr. Chilabi also revealed that 1 suspect in Chipata has been arrested and is awaiting a court appearance while investigations continue in the remaining cases. Disaster Risk Management Division National Coordinator Norman Chipakupaku says Zambia is strengthening cooperation with neighboring countries through coordinated planning and response agreements to improve disaster management. Speaking during the opening of the 4th and final Inform Index Sub-National Risk SADC Regional Model Workshop in Lusaka, Mr. Chipakupaku said the government remains committed to building a disaster-resilient Zambia through stronger preparedness systems and evidence-based disaster risk management. Mr. Chipakupaku said the Inform Sub-National Risk Model will provide detailed risk marking at provincial, district, and community levels, enabling authorities to allocate resources more effectively and strengthen resilience across the Southern African region. Meanwhile, the United Nations Development Programme UNDP has urged Southern African countries to move away from treating disasters solely as emergency events and instead incorporate risk reduction into national development planning, infrastructure, investment, and economic policies. UNDP resident representative in Zambia, James Wakiaga, said the devastating 2023 to 2024 drought, one of the region's worst climate shocks in recent history, exposed the need for governments to move beyond reactive responses and adopt data-driven tools capable of identifying vulnerabilities before disasters occur. At the same event, African Union Commission AUC Urban Resilience Coordinator Valerie Yao said the lack of standardized and comparable data across borders continues to hamper regional disaster planning efforts. And Germany Agency for International Cooperation, GIZ Country Director in Zambia, Axel Arma, called for stronger regional cooperation and improved information sharing among SADC member states. We now take a commercial break. Still to come is international and sports news. Stay tuned.
Governor Space every Thursday at 21 hours on LCM TV. We bring your leaders to account and explain things that they will do for you. Catch the discussion 21 hours on LCM TV. LCM TV, doing it the right way.
Join LCM TV channel, live every Tuesday with court news updates. On Thursday, we go live with environmental updates. Catch us every Saturday as we go live in your community. News on the go with LCM channel. Doing it the right way.
Lishima Classic Media, we can brand your brand. From backdrops to roll-up banners, vinyl and PVC banners, gazebo tents, t-shirt printing, flag banners, business cards. Get branded with Lishima Classic Media today, because here at Lishima Classic Media, we doing it the right way.
Are you looking for the best aerial cinematography to capture your environment from above in 4K? Well, look no further. At LCM TV, we've got you covered with our professional drone and pilot that will enable you to shoot from unique perspectives. We deliver breathtaking shots with different recording modes such as photos, videos, panorama, time-lapse, and many more. For more info, contact the numbers on your screen. Get the best area shots with LCM TV.
For the first time, a woman who is not a member of the clergy is set to hold an important position in the Vatican. Maria Montserrat Alvarado, who is currently the president of US-based Catholic news outlet EWTN, has been appointed by Pope Leo to take charge of the Vatican's communication department from November 1st onwards. We monitored France 24.
It's a remarkable rise for Maria Montserrat Alvarado. She's just been appointed by Pope Leo XIV to head the Vatican's communications department. Born in Mexico and studied in the United States, she's currently president of EWTN News, a major Catholic television network based in Washington. While not a member of a religious order, she is a devout and practicing Catholic.
While this appointment was unexpected, I receive it with a sincere desire to serve the Holy Father as he begins his pontificate.
She'll be the first laywoman to hold a post in the Roman Curia. The Vatican has indicated its intention to continue the process of reform and renewal of its institutions under Pope Leo's predecessor, Pope Francis. Alvarado will take the helm of a vast department on November 1st, spanning radio, television and print media with a global audience. She'll have the task of revitalising the Pope's communications at a time when the Pontiff has drawn criticism over some of his stances.
The heart of the Catholic Church doesn't live in a political box, because people who are Catholic, just like Pope Francis, defend life vigorously. They're not pro-abortion, so they're not going to fit in a liberal camp. And they also defend the right of the immigrant, the rights of women, which is something that we talk about very, very often. So they're not going to fit in the right neatly either. So if you think about Catholicism, issues of faith are necessarily on a different plane. They're at a higher level than politics.
Already seen as a more progressive leader of the Catholic Church, the arrival of this media specialist could further help modernise Pope Leo's image.
A drone strike has killed 7 people and wounded 11 as it hit a bus in Russia-occupied eastern Ukraine, Moscow, installed authorities in the Donetsk region said. France 24's correspondent has more in the following report.
Yes, up to date, first of all, with the latest you're hearing on this bus incident. Well, first off, on this bus incident that Moscow alleges is due to a Ukrainian drone, there has been no reaction from the Ukrainian government or from the Ukrainian army so far on this specific incident. However, the Russian declarations mirror, if you will, the ones that had taken place only a few days ago, when Russia also accused Kyiv of striking a student dormitory in the occupied Donetsk region, while Kyiv had said that it had struck military facility, a base of the Rubicon organization that deals with unmanned systems, drones, in Russia. And Kyiv back then had commented that it abided by the Article 51 of the Charter of the United Nations and only responded on military targets, on legitimate military targets, as a response to the Russian aggression. So that's what we know so far from Kyiv on this specific strike.
It comes amid a much wider drone attack, doesn't it, from Ukraine? I mean, really showing Ukraine's ability now to massively increase the number of drones, also reach much further, hit St. Petersburg, where a very important economic forum is getting underway for Russia.
Absolutely. Just as this economic forum, the fifth under the full-scale invasion, was about to start in St. Petersburg, the Russian authorities say that hundreds of Ukrainian drones have been in the Russian sky, targeting St. Petersburg, targeting oil terminal, refineries, so industrial facilities. And actually, just a few moments ago, Volodymyr Zelensky confirmed that Ukrainian drones had indeed struck deep into the Russian territory. He says that those are good results, I quote, from long-range sanctions carried out by warriors of different units of the Ukrainian army. And he confirms strikes on St. Petersburg oil terminal, strikes in Tambov region against an enterprise involved in the production of Russian weapons. And he also says, he adds that those strikes, they happened at a very long range, sometimes over 1,100 kilometers away from the front line. And he highlights how, according to Kyiv at least, well, those long-range sanctions, as he calls them, well, brings Ukraine each day closer to peace.
And finally, in sports, the Lesotho women national team has become the first foreign team to arrive for the Zambia Four Nations tournaments in Ndola. The Mehalolito arrived at the Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe International Airport at 13 hours aboard Airlink and were welcomed by FAR's head of competitions, Laureen Mulomba. Lesotho is part of the Four Nations tournament that kicks off on Saturday, that will see Zambia, Zimbabwe, Kenya square off. Zambia and Kenya are using the tournament to prepare for the Women Africa Cup of Nations that kicks off next month. Tickets for the game are already selling via the FAR's Take Pay platform. And that brings us to the end of LCM TV main news. A look at the top stories making headlines. HH eligibility case set for hearing. Unza Suwa rehabilitation project progresses. Zambia advances disaster risk operation. And in international news, woman appointed to senior church role. And in sports, Lesotho women national team jets in. Thank you so much for watching. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Stella Mbewe. Good night and keep watching LCM TV.